Are your control panels still looking like this? Today I will show you how to make a good control panel very easy, so stick around till the end to not miss anything. And now let's go! We are now in the game and what you will need is basically only these two primitives. What I usually start off with is this block here. What you're gonna do, you're gonna take a light snapping and just make it small and then rotate it a bit. Not much, but also not too less. So it is kind of angled, but you can still, you don't have it like this or it's like this, because that would look bad. If it's like this, it's good. Okay, then you're gonna place it down and basically just build a small frame first. So this is probably gonna be the frame that that everything will be on. So we need to make this look good. Afterwards we will paint it in a steel metallic color. So see you then. Okay, we now got our frame ready. It looks quite good, not bad. So now we're gonna take the metal color here and texture, and then we're gonna go to a light gray, because control panels are not themed. They are there for a purpose, to control the ride. So now we have this. This is basically like the steel plate where everything will be housed on. So what we're gonna do now is very important, because now we're gonna do the main thing of the panel, and that will be the buttons. So we are gonna build one button first right here, and we're gonna stick to a basic button like this. So let me just show you how to build it. So you're gonna take this and just build it like small frame here. Then you're gonna make this one very small so it's on the same height, and you make it so. That's basically like those things here I show up on screen. Paint this the same color, so you basically have like this button right now here. Okay, now very important step. Now we're gonna take this and make it smaller, not to the smallest part because we do need that, and place it a bit above. Then we're gonna do the same thing again, but now a bit taller. Now we're gonna go even smaller and do this. So this is basically gonna be the button itself. So now we're gonna do the label for the buttons. Most theme parks have labels on their button, so the operators know what to press. I mean, they are trained for it, but I mean, you get what I mean. Okay, now you basically have this. This is basically the button we will now paint and then copy all over the panel. So we're gonna first paint it. Since this is the first button, there is no way to like do it right or wrong. You just paint it a color. So we're gonna make this a bit darker because it will blend in with this if not. And then we're gonna make the label. The labels I usually keep very white because it's, I mean, a label. And now we got this button here. Now we're gonna take this and place it over. So since we need first two dispatch buttons, we're gonna take two dispatch buttons. Most rides have two dispatch buttons. That is due to if you accidentally get on one, there's a second one to prevent you from starting the ride. You get what I mean, I guess. Okay. So now you can basically do a button layout however you want. Yeah. I'm gonna do 3 in a row here and then just copy it up. Group this and then copy it into last row and a middle row. Oh, it's too many items. It means we only got 2 rows, but that's not a problem at all. So now what we need is another button. For this we're going to copy one here. And this will be a very special button. We're going to copy it here. Okay, this will be a special button, but we'll save that for later. Now every panel needs a screen. So we're now going to build a screen. It's just a little one in between the dispatch buttons, or like right above it. Let's just put it here. So it is like a screen where the operator can see if the blocks are occupied, if there are any ride faults, and so on, so on. Means now we're gonna do a little smaller part, like this. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna paint it. So a screen is usually pitch black. So we're gonna make this pitch black, so it looks like this. Now we're gonna take this button color here and put it here. So now it's basically like a screen. Okay, now to our special button. We're gonna replace this with a other little button. This is gonna be our e-stop button, because if there's like something wrong with the ride and the ride operator needs to stop it, he can just stop it. For this we're gonna take this little cone here and just put it on top. Like this. Maybe a bit smaller though. Okay. Now since this is the E-stop button, it needs to be shiny, it needs to be there and just be visible. So we're gonna make this very red. So now the base of the E-stop button is usually green. Oh no, and not green, yellow. So we're gonna make it yellow. So basically this is our E-stop button. So now we got our panel here and we can paint those buttons here. Usually make some in this color and then I'm getting some other colors here. Basically you can do everything you want and it also depends on what panel you have in your home park. I'm just usually gonna stick to these natural colors right now, so we have it here. Okay, this is basically an easy panel. You can now add more detail. You can make those buttons look even more different. You can make them tall, you can make them smaller, however you want. So this basically was my little tutorial on control panels. Of course you can expand it. It is not the most perfect tutorial, but I hope you guys liked it and I hope you will use one of these in your park, because they are very useful and can make rides look way more alive and way more realistic. There are many things you can add, so let your creativity lead you and have a nice day. And with that, see you next video. Bye.
Hey, das geht ab. Wir feiern.